So, friends, we continue to keep an eye on the news and events on the front lines of Ukraine and Russia. And today, the Ukrainian armed forces have achieved new successes and advancements. And, friends, this isn't just success, it's a significant breakthrough that will lead to gaining control over operational spaces. And then we'll witness the advancement of our troops toward the Azov coast. Let's start with the direction of Kupiansk. Shalom is ongoing here, although reports keep coming in that a large number of forces have been gathered here and they're moving closer to the border, so we're waiting to see how events will unfold further. In the area of Svatove, the occupiers once again suffered a defeat near Novoyegorivka. Several days of attacks proved unsuccessful, and their failure resulted in a counteroffensive by our units. The General Staff report that today the occupiers are shelling Karmazanivka, which is situated 4 kilometers from the front line, and this indicates that the Ukrainian armed forces repelled all attacks and have gone on the offensive, while the Russians were forced to retreat and are being supported solely by artillery. So, interesting events are unfolding in the vicinity of Crimea. Officially, there is no information available yet, but we've seen multiple reports from the General Staff stating that the occupiers are shelling Crimea, and today there is news about Chernopopivka. It appears that here as well the Ukrainian armed forces are showing activity, but there are no confirmed advancements as of now, so we are waiting for further updates. Let's move to the Bakhmut direction. On the Bakhmut direction, the occupiers couldn't establish themselves in the Orikhovo-Vasilievka area, and the front line remains unchanged. Similarly, in the Klishchiivka area, the Ukrainian forces have held their defense, and the settlement still resides in the gray zone with ongoing battles for its control. The occupiers continue their shelling, but the Ukrainian forces report slight successes around Andriivka, so gradual advancements are ongoing. And in the Crimea and in the in the Avdiivka direction, the occupiers have increased the number of bombardments both along the front line and in the rear, attempting to target depots. This is due to their complete failure on the front line. They were unable to make progress yesterday in surrounding Avdiivka, and today only shelling continues. Further south, only bombardments are noted, even in Marinka, without any offensive actions. Overall, the occupiers are gradually losing momentum, and it is reported that today 2 caliber cruise missiles and 2 guided aviation missiles were destroyed. However, the impacts were in the Poltava region, hitting an industrial facility. The number of casualties as a result of the Russian strike on the enterprise in the Poltava region is 3 people. Another individual is considered missing. As reported by the Ministry of Internal Affairs, 5 people sustained injuries of varying degrees. All the victims are employees of the enterprise. I also want to show you a video from Mariupol, which, in my opinion, is very difficult to watch. In a word, Russians. Okay. Meanwhile, in the direction of Wuhledar, the situation remains stable. Reports only indicate tactical engagements, and the occupiers are conducting shelling across the entire front line. No significant changes have been noted thus far. In the Zaporizhia direction, the occupiers have been claiming for days that the Ukrainian forces were moving to Cheretuvate, which is here. Today we can indeed see that the Ukrainian forces are advancing toward the settlement, and there are successes to report. The advancement has covered approximately 5 kilometers. This territory isn't entirely clear of occupiers yet, so it can be considered gray zone. But there is definite progress. There is no doubt that the Ukrainian forces are succeeding in this direction. Overall, with each passing day, the news is more and more encouraging. It's not in vain that Zaluzhny said that we are on the verge of a significant breakthrough, and now we are witnessing it. Today, according to preliminary information, it's reported that the occupiers have begun to redeploy their units to the Zaporizhia direction to prevent the Ukrainian forces from advancing further. However, the Ukrainian forces continue to eliminate the occupiers. Additionally, today it's reported that there was an explosion in the occupied Energodar. So, here, okay, at the base of the special purpose mobile units. As a result of a local resistance movement operation, the improvised barracks of the Rosgvardia Special Purpose Mobile Unit, Akhmat 1, were affected. There are no casualties or injuries among civilians, and the occupiers evacuated the so-called local administration. Currently, checks are being conducted in Enerhodar, and internet access is restricted. Okay. In the direction of Kherson, the occupiers continue shelling across the entire front line, and the area near Kirnwood Split is being shell targeting Achakiev region. However, no offensive actions have been observed along the front line. Today, the Russians also shelled the village of Sadova in Kherson region, hitting a residential building. So, as a result of the artillery shelling, a 63-year-old woman was killed, and another 58-year-old man was hospitalized in critical condition. In turn, the Ukrainian forces in the Kherson region destroyed the Eye of Mordor, the latest development of the Russian military-industrial complex, the Predel-Ye radar station. So the Predel-Ye station was first presented at an exhibition in June of this year, with an estimated cost of $200 million. Additionally, the Layer 2 electronic warfare station was also destroyed. So, good work, I think. Okay. Furthermore, news has emerged that the Wagner private military company will be disbanded. So, the Wagner PMC was an illegal armed formation and will cease to exist following the death of Prigozhin, stated Russian State Duma deputy and Lieutenant General Viktor Sobolev. He mentioned the Wagner group will cease to exit. Fighters will either be able to return to civilian life or sign a contract with the military or defense. There shouldn't be any armed individuals in the state who are not under the authority of the state. Ultimately, this led to rebellion. We were on the brink of civilian war. And this is good. So they knew that US gas could fully replace Russian gas in Europe is certainly uplifting. So, if we simply replace Russian natural gas with American gas in Europe over the course of 1 year, we will reduce CO2 emission by 280 billion tons because our natural gas is cleaner, said the Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. In the context of Europe's efforts to reduce reliance on Russian gas in response to Putin's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, McCarthy plans to promote the export of natural gas from the US during a meeting with his colleagues from the G7 in Japan. Additionally, I'd like to share that Putin personally suggested depicting the Crimean Bridge on the cover of the new Russian history textbooks, according to one of the authors of the Russian narrative, Armen Gasparyan. Let's share a photo, and I suggest this one. Okay? Okay. And in closing my live stream, I would like to express my gratitude to an individual who greatly contribute to the development of my channel today. Not certain if you're watching this, Jonathan, but it was very hurting and unexpected for me. So thank you very much. And that's all from me. Thank you for watching. Write, comment what you think, and see you next time. Bye bye.